Dr. Lois Lee, and I'm the founder and president of Children of the Night. The mission of Children of the Night is the same as it has always been, and that is to rescue America's children from the ravages of prostitution.
My name is Dylan, and I'm 16. I just ran away from the group home a second time. One day when we were outside the Rank-A-Beer motel, and we were just talking, and some guy named Carlos pulled up in his car, and he looked professional. He had lots of money. He flashed it around constantly. He asked me if I wanted to take pictures. He didn't say what type of magazine or how I would take the pictures, just taking pictures. So I thought, it's an opportunity. I have no money, so why not make some?
Pimps have about 16 strategies they use to recruit kids. The first thing they do is a deep quiz where they ask them, how come you're not wearing decent clothes? How come you're dressed like that? Why your hair's not done? And they try and find out what it is they care about and who they are. They're looking for lonely, alienated kids. I
felt as the tiniest person in the world could ever feel. I had no self-esteem. I felt, I was depressed. I felt like I was nothing and I was nobody. At that point, I didn't even have emotions. Nothing ran through me. I didn't care anymore.
If you transport a child under the age of 14 from state to state for purposes of prostitution, you can do life in prison. And that first life sentence came down last year to Carlos Curtis in Washington, D.C., enforced by the Department of Justice at the same time that Hollywood was celebrating the song, It's Hard on a Pimp Out Here.
The pimp would pick me up in the morning. I might go get something to eat. I would have to pay with my money, if he gave me any. After that, sit on a corner and wait for everyone to call me. From 10 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock that night.
My name is Meredith May. I'm a reporter at the San Francisco Chronicle. The story I did looks into the underworld of sex trafficking and in particular massage parlors, Asian massage parlors, which are in every major urban city in this country. One thing researchers are finding is that traffickers are increasingly going after younger and younger girls. Some customers will pay more for a 15-year-old compared to a 25-year-old.
I walked inside and there was an older gentleman sitting there. The trick would show me pictures of his daughter, tell me a little bit about him. This particular trick was a school teacher.
We must look at the people who pay children for sex. They're school teachers, police officers, lawyers, accountants, politicians, movie stars, truck drivers, laborers, salesmen, rabbis, priests. I don't want to leave anybody out.
As I got undressed, he told me that he wanted to watch, so I would have to strip in front of him. He wanted me to get a fake gun and get some rope and tie him around. After that, he forced me to have sex with him. Even though I didn't want to, I had to, because I knew if I didn't, that the pimp would hurt me.
The risks that children take when they're involved in prostitution, I think first and foremost is death and torture. When they get in a car or they go into a hotel room with a man, they don't know what's going to happen to them. They don't have control. They're small. They're easily overpowered.
I was being used. I'd rather be hit and abused, because bruises can fade. But the pain I felt inside with being used and being prostituted and selling my body for sex, that pain could never go away.
I think if the laws put the women first, you might see a lot more women coming forward if they felt protected, truly protected, if they didn't have to testify, where their trafficker might see them testify, or where word might get out on the street that they spilled and told everything.
My caseworker at the time, she had pitched to me this one placement called Children of the Night.
There are 2 children to each room, and each room has its private bathroom, and they have a closet, drawers, and they're encouraged